Hello everyone, in this tutorial or series we're gonna learn how to create an API using Django Rest Framework. Let's get started. So first thing first, let's create a folder that will contain all our files. So let's name it my API. So I recommend using VS Code as a code editor. And it's a really nice software, and it's easy to use and will make life easier for you guys. So let's open this folder with VS Code. So inside VS Code we can run a terminal. So inside the terminal we need to create a virtual environment. Virtual environment is very important. Why? Because virtual environment will contain all our packages and frameworks and the software that we need, the packages that we need to build our project without interfering with other projects if we're using different versions or different libraries. So in order to install that, we need to install virtual environment. I had it already installed, but if you guys want to install, just go pip install virtual env. After installing it, we need to create the virtual environment. So how we do that, we just type virtual env and we write the name of virtual environment that we want. You can name it any name. I'm gonna name it env. So now it's preparing the virtual environment for us. As you see, I'm using Python 3.7. I assume that you guys had the Python installed, so I recommend using Python 3.7. So after installing the virtual environment files and necessary libraries, we need to activate the virtual environment. So how we activate the virtual environment? // we go to the directory which is env/scripts/activate. So as you see here, guys, we have a little env here between two parentheses. So this means that our virtual environment is activated, and anything we install now will be inside our virtual environment. So first thing first, Django Rest Framework works inside the Django environment, which means first we need to install Django. So let's do it. Pip install Django. So all our projects, all the work that we're gonna do is inside Django. So first thing, we need to install Django. After installing Django, we need to create or start a Django project. So the Django project, inside the Django project, we'll build our API. So in this tutorial, after we install the Django and start our Django project, we will run this project, run the server, Django server, make sure everything works fine, and in the next tutorial we will carry on with the rest of API, building it, So it's installing now. It depends on your internet speed or the time that Django takes to get installed. So it's installing now. It won't take long. So as we see now, it's already installed. So what we need to do next is start a Django app. So how we do that? We go Django admin start project, and then we name the project that we need to, whatever name you want to. So let's name it my API, because we're gonna build an API. So as we see here, this created a Django project with the project files inside. Django created all that for us. So what we need to do next is go inside the directory of the folder, my API, and run the server. So how we run a Django server? We just go python manage.by, which is this file that will manage most of our operations inside Django. Run server, and this will run a Django server. As we see here, Django created a database file using SQLite. SQLite is a database where the Django stores tables that already being created inside Django project. So, and if we notice here, it says we have 17 unapplied migrations. So unapplied migrations or migrations, we will talk about it later, but for now all you need to know that migrations is related to your database tables. So if you create a new database structure or a new tables, you need to run migration in order for Django to connect the database together and create the necessary files. So in order to do that, Ctrl+C to close the server, and we need to run the migration. How we run the migration? We just go python manage.by migrate, and as we see, we did all the necessary migrations for now. And let's run the server again. As we see now, there's no we're not getting the same message that we got previously. So, and it's telling us starting development server at localhost. So if we go to this localhost, we'll see that our Django server is running successfully. So what we need to do next in the next tutorial is create a super user and get access to the Django admin panel, so we can see more about Django and work inside the environment and go forward with our API building. And thank you guys for your time.